We are looking at Gunslinger Spawn's most intense and brutal beast mode moments. If I know something about me, is I love going beast mode. I love just waking up and going and howling with the wolves, running with the wolf pack, doing the things. This is by Rated Comics. I'm so excited to get into this. Gunslinger Spawn is the best spawn. We all agree. If you disagree, I don't care about your opinion. Let's get into it.
What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So in this video, we're going to go into some of Gunslinger Spawn's most intense and brutal beast mode moments in no particular order. So let's get started.
Dude, this comic art is so savage. Look at how his face is like dripping off of his head. That is just clean, bro. That is so clean. It makes me want to make out with him.
We're going to go back to where the first brutal and beast mode moment took place. Just a little backstory here for context. Jeremy Winston, the first Gunslinger Spawn, was a guy from a little old town.
Bro looks like Chris Christopherson. He's like, listen, Blade. Wait, hold on. We gotta listen, Blade. We got ourselves some issues going on here. One hair off that thing will make a man drive a freight train up a 3-mile grade. You expect me to spend the rest of my life in this here 3x6 cell?
Old West, Bane. And no, not Bane, the Batman villain, the town. He was a priest who owned a lot of property and was framed for the death of his own family by a guy named Ed Kemper in order for him to get his hands on Jerry.
Ed Kemper? Did you know Ed Kemper is actually a serial killer name? Ed Kemper was the co-ed killer. Dude, so Ed Kemper, if you didn't know, and I know we're going on a tangent, I'm going to show you who Ed Kemper is, bro. Ed Kemper was like the most wild serial killer to ever live. Dude was absolutely vile. So he would pick up girls, right? And his mom worked at the college and used to tell him he was gross and all men sucked and he would never amount to anything and no girl would ever want to date a tall, a tall, fat, humongoloid of a man. And so he was just kind of always down on himself, and he spent like some time in a mental institution because he like killed his grandma and grandpa. He just murdered them because hey, I'm like 12 and I got nothing better to do, might as well murder my grandparents. And then he gets out of the mental institution, decides I want to be a cop. Too fat and stupid to be, or not stupid, he was incredibly smart, but too fat and larpy to actually, or frumpy, not larpy, too frumpy to actually become a cop. So he just kind of would hang out at cop bars, and he would go to see his mom who worked at the college and hated men, and she would sometimes pick up co-eds. He would take those co-eds and then chop their heads off and dump their bodies. And he would then hang out at the cop bars, and the cops would be like, dude, did you hear about that serial killer guy who's chopping off co-eds heads? He's just lopping heads off. Isn't that crazy, dude? I hope we catch him. He's like, yeah, I'm Ed Kemper. Yeah, I think that's pretty gross that somebody's chopping off heads. And he just like consistently was like steady, just like listening to him and was like cool. And then one day he snapped. Well, I mean, he already snapped because he was lopping women's heads off at a unreasonable amount. Ends up lopping his mom's head off and then using her as a fleshlight, dog. He uses her head as a fleshlight for a while, decides he wants to go on the run. He goes to do that and decides, I don't want to go on the run. Goes in the police station and turns himself in and was like, after I killed my mom, I realized all my problems kind of solved themselves, and I decided I didn't want to do it. And all his cop buddies were like, "You're a joke, Ed, Big Ed, you're kidding, man. This is a weird joke, bro. It's a weird joke." And he's like, "No, I literally killed all these women, and I cut my mom's head off and used her as a fleshlight." They're like, "Oh shit, dog, dude, what the fuck? We used to eat jalapeno poppers together, dude. You actually are the co-ed killer?" He's like, yeah, you guys are just way too stupid to ever figure it out, and I knew you weren't gonna get it, so I'm here to turn myself in." That is Ed Kemper, bro. That is literally who he is.
Jeremy's property. Now, being framed from the death of his own family, he was sentenced to death, condemned to hang by his neck in front of the entire town. Prior to the execution, Mammon, a Malbosia agent, contacted Jeremy Winston in his jail cell and offered him the chance to be endowed with abilities beyond his wildest fantasies. Winston accepted the offer. Even though Winston died while being hung, later he was reincarnated as an undead and formidable hellspawn.
Let's be real here.
Let's go, dude. This is the dream. You come back as a Hellspawn, you become a badass, and then you end up unlocking every superpower ever, dude. These guys straight up like wake up and they unlock every single superpower because old McFarlane's like, oh, new power unlocked. He actually has an above average
dead and
penis now.
formidable Hellspawn. The freshly reincarnated Gunslinger Spawn, imbued with power and recognizing the evil that had been done to him, decimated the entire town of Bane. And when I say decimated, I mean
he literally just like would take everyone, women and children, throw them in a pit, light them on fire because even the children were evil.
Gunslinger Spawn, formerly known as Jeremy Winston, an actor.
Bro, all those people are dead as fuck. Now, it doesn't say he killed the children, but I'm assuming there were children that lived in that town, so not the best guy. But maybe he told the women and children, hey, get out of town real quick. I would say that, but there's a woman right here tied up and dead.
Vengeance on every man, woman, and child.
Okay, he killed all the children. He murdered all the babies. Gunslinger Spawn has no remorse for anything. The whole town, the baby walked up to him and said, you killed your family. You're a piece of shit. He's like, I will resurrect and murder you, child. What the fuck?
I'm just gonna let these panels of Gunslinger Spawn going beast mode on the town of Bane while I mention that, yeah, it is pretty savage on what he does, and the issue is definitely worth checking out. So all were slain except for Parker, who had assumed the name Henry Simmons. Gunslinger Spawn was gonna end him, but he was—
oh my god, Simmons? So he ends up becoming, he's like the great grandfather of the regular Spawn.
spared by the order of Mammon. Mammon prophesies that Parker, now assuming the last name Simmons, Mammon knew that in him was a—
dude, my deductive reasoning skills are just so above everybody else's. Again, how many times do I need to tell you that when you have a micro penis, you just have such a powerful intellect that you can figure everything out?
seed of a future Herald Spawn that will make the whole world what Jeremy Winston did to the entire town of Bane. This spooked the heck out of Parker. He didn't know it then, but that is a reference to Al Simmons, aka Spawn, and what he will ultimately do in the end. Now, this is about Winston going beast mode on the entire town of Bane, all because of Ed Kemper's greed. Being framed for the murder of his family, no one in this town came to Jeremy Winston's defense. It was like the entire town was out to get him on behalf of Ed Kemper. So you are more than welcome to get the full story and breakdown.
Dude, so Ed Kemper was just like, I've been killing co-heads, but everybody loves me, so we all murdered you and murdered your family because it was fun Tuesdays. All the kids joined in to stab your wife. It was like a line of stabbing. It was hilarious. The kids had such a great time, and that's why Gunslinger Spawn had to kill the kids. What the fuck? What am I even saying, bro? What type of shit am I even spewing out of my own asshole?
Of these events by checking out the full story breakdown I did on Spawn issue number 174 and 175 of the brutal and violent rise of Gunslinger Spawn.
Dude, tell me this art doesn't go fucking hard though. This is some of the best art I've seen when it comes to Spawn on comics. This is like literally just, I am bricked the fuck up, dude. I am honestly sweating out my earlobes right now because of how turned on I am.
Now, for a long time, Gunslinger Spawn was absent from the series. He was introduced again a little over 100 issues later. He did so by assuming the body of a guy at a modern day pub, Javier. Now, Gunslinger Spawn, no matter how powerful he previously was, he required a new host, and that new host was Javier. So in Spawn issue 308, Winston possessing Javier's body was always intended to be a temporary solution, as a human body is incapable of handling the strength of a Spawn. Now, some time has passed and our boy Gunslinger Spawn had to unleash the savage and go beast mode again. Now, before we go into how
Wait. So last time I heard that, when I was looking at Gunslinger Spawn previously, he was pulled from the 1800s into modern society. So I am a little confused at how he can just hop bodies now.
Gunslinger Spawn went beast mode on this mofo. We're gonna take it back a little bit just for context. Radcliffe Winterstone was born into the notorious Winterstone family, one of the many sons of a corrupt patriarch from the Old West. His family was infamous for their ruthless and savage ways, robbing the poor and abusing townsfolk to steal their cows and—
Dude, this guy reminds me of the main antagonist in Blood Meridian. I'm getting vibes, bro.
money.
I'm catching vibes of the main guy. I can't remember what, I think he was the judge or something in Blood Meridian. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. but I'm getting vibes of that guy, dude.
Radcliffe, however, held on to a glimmer of hope that things could be different, but the Winterstones caused the death of Gunslinger Spawn's
Bro, her lips are done so well, dude. They're so kissable. He's like, I can't kill you. You have nice lips.
Family and corrupted his innocent little sister, Amy. In the Gunslinger Spawn comics, that's the motivation for Javier going on a revenge path to avenge his sister, Amy. Javier.
He keeps mispronouncing Javier. His name is Javier. Javier. My name's Javier.
Now, Gunslinger Spawn sought revenge and wiped out the entire Winterstone clan except for Radcliffe. Little did he know that Radcliffe would later gain unimaginable powers and descend
Bro,
into...
by the way, top tier villain design. This is so fucking sick, and I'm loving the fact that he seems like a brawler. He seems like a straight up berserker versus a gunslinger. That's just such a cool matchup.
Madness. He would disguise himself as a helpless disabled man, biding his time until Thesis brought him out of retirement with
Oh no, you wouldn't hit a man in a wheelchair, would you? Because I'm in a fucking wheelchair. I'm all crippled. You wouldn't hit me. Then he turns into a fucking berserker. Let's
shocking
go.
news. And that shocking news was Gunslinger Spawn was alive and well in the present. This revelation triggered Radcliffe's transformation into his true form, a monstrous being fueled by rage and bloodlust. During the events of Gunslinger Spawn...
Oh, dude, that sword is... dude, the fucking design of the Spawn comics, the fucking design is so OP. The design is so OP. Every single aspect of the Spawn comics to the fucking... This is why McFarlane Toys sells so much shit, is because why wouldn't you buy an action figure that looked like this motherfucker with that sword?
Radcliffe went on a killing spree, slaying several Angel warriors with brutal efficiency. He spared one. However, he spared that one in reason to search for Gunslinger Spawn and deliver a message. And that message was the Winterstones.
And I remember, so Gunslinger Spawn's been out here just steady, just murdering angels. If this is the same run that I was looking at last time, he's been out here just obliterating angels. So they're on the hunt path for him. So this is like the fast track. He's like, I know I know how to get to the main source of the problem. We're going to waterboard you.
Never forget, and they always get their revenge. Radcliffe's wrath knew no bounds as he ripped off the wing of a fallen female angel, driving her to the brink of insanity. But he showed her mercy though, because he's a nice guy like that, granting her a quick death.
Yeah, dude, just fucking smash her head in. Oh, dude, I'm a pretty good guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm gonna slide into your DMs and then crush your fucking skull with my fist. Let's go, dude. This is how you pick up women on Tinder. Jesus Christ, dude. I'm all over it today. I'm like spiraling. I'm spiraling into chaos.
So in his relentless pursuit of vengeance, Radcliffe ambushed and attacked Taylor, a close ally of Gunslinger Spawn. Finally.
Yeah, dude, so this is the kid that first met Gunslinger Spawn when he jumped in, when he came from the past into the future, and he saved this kid from dying from a bunch of angels. He like obliterated all the angels.
He came face to face with the man who killed his family, but as the two engaged in a brutal fight, Radcliffe revealed his true identity as a Winterstone, relishing in the shock and horror on Gunslinger Spawn's face. Oh, but Gunslinger Spawn had another agenda. He demanded to know where the rest of his enemies were hiding. In a moment of cruel deception, Radcliffe decapitated Gunslinger Spawn by ripping his head off of his shoulders, only to discover...
Oh, damn, bro. But we know that doesn't kill a Spawn, dude. He'll just fucking, like, metamorphosis into a leaf and then turn into a person again, because what I've learned about Spawns is they can do whatever the fuck the writers decide on a whim, dude. Their imagination for powers for this motherfucker is just knows no bounds. They'll just be like, oh, yeah, the guy sneezed and one of the snot projectiles turns into Spawn and he wins.
For that, it was a decoy. And that's one of Gunslinger Spawn's powers, which is deception.
Dude, what the fuck did I just say, dude? It was a fucking decoy. He was basically a snot leaf jizz particle, and the real Spawn was like sitting in the bushes waiting with a knife.
Real battle began, with Gunslinger Spawn determined to put an end to Radcliffe's reign of terror. Despite his powers, Radcliffe was no match for Gunslinger's skills and marksmanship. he was eventually reduced to nothing more than a lifeless, bullet-riddled corpse, and that's a fitting end for
dude, so great. And this is why what makes the Gunslinger versus the Berserker so good, because it always goes to the intellect. Because you see, what people don't understand about Gunslinger Spawn and why he has such a higher intellect is he's got a micro penis. That's right, chat. That's right. He's got one of them, one of those wee-wees like me, boy. So he knows that he can outthink in the 4D chess movements any enemy that comes his way, especially if they're a dumb berserk face.
Monster like him. If that ain't beast mode, I don't know what is, but you gotta show respect to that beast mode moment right there. Last but not least, Gunslinger unleashes the beast mode on Heaven's Angels. Now, Gunslinger Spawn goes down the list of names of enemies that destroyed his life. One by one, he takes them out. What angers our boy the most is how easily Heaven and Hell are able to track him down so easily. As of the recording of this video, that is one of the mysteries in the comic, but it makes for great entertainment as he is just in a constant battle with them while on a revenge battle of his own. Now, during his barrage of attacks, this Juggernaut Angel emerges and goes to work on...
Of course there's another Juggernaut. What the fuck you think you're gonna do, dude? His super intellect, your Juggernaut abilities are fucking dum-dum powers against him.
Gunslinger. Other angels surround him. Outnumbered, he knows he can't win this fight, and the angels know that too. So in Gunslinger Spawn's beast mode moment, he lights it up, because if he's going down, he's gonna take them with him too. The dynamite goes off and the huge explosion
dude, so god damn it, he's so fucking sick, dude. It's just like a more stylistic version of the Spawn we already had. And I mean, that gunslinger motif, we all love it. We all, when we first fucking played Overwatch, we started with Diva because of her ass cheeks, then we went to McCree because McCree was badass, and then they released the sexy version of McCree, so we all went to her. We love gunslingers, everybody loves gunslingers, and just the stylistic is all over the place. There's explosions coming down. He's pulling fucking dynamite out of his assholes like fucking what are those anal beads? He's pulling dynamite anal beads out of his ass, just flailing them everywhere because he's back cool, dude.
This damage for everyone involved. So when the dust settles, literally, I mean it settles, Juggernaut Angel emerges from the rubble and he whips Gunslinger Spawn to the point where Gunslinger Spawn is seeing Amy in the form of a hallucination. More angels come into the fold and ambush Gunslinger. They do more damage to our boy in a brutal way that leaves him immobile, and Juggernaut Angel takes a huge rock and attempts to bash Gunslinger Spawn head into the ground. For those that may not know, one of the ways to truly take a Hellspawn's life is you'll have to decapitate them.
Yeah, but it doesn't always work because they will just sneeze themselves to life back in like no time at all. They just seem to be able to just fucking what is it called? They just dude, they manifest destiny their way out of everything. They manifest destiny at any moment. They're just like, fucking, I'm gonna do it now. I'm actually the breeze. Did you know that Gunslinger Spawn can turn into the breeze at any moment? I love that they're just like, what? You didn't know he had that power? What are you, a fucking idiot? He always had that power. We didn't make it up on the spot because of plot. We didn't give him all the plot or armor ever. Like, you can boil all the Spawn characters down to the ultimate plot armor characters of all time. These are epic plot armor characters to the fucking nth degree.
Case, the Juggernaut Angel is going to bash his head to the ground just to debris and pulp. Even though that is not his real name, I mean, the name fits him in my opinion. And like the video and comment below and let me know your thoughts on that. So Gunslinger Spawn gets saved by the speedster Focus. He's Image version of the Flash. So adrenaline kicks into Gunslinger Spawn full throttle and he takes out the biggest threat of the Angel attack. He takes down the Juggernaut Angel by unlocking his inner beast mode, but there's only so much power he has. He runs low on power by taking out the biggest angel, the Juggernaut Angel. Desperation kicks in and he needs to escape because his power levels are going down and he has to save himself to fight another day. So he rips off his wings and takes flight. In my opinion, he did all that he could in this fight, and going beast mode by ripping the angel wings.
Dude, this goes so hard, bro. He fucking attaches angel wings to himself, and he's just like fully decked out with all. Oh, dude, this is Gunslinger Spawn is the coolest Spawn. I'm sorry. Like, I love regular Spawn. He's obviously the best Spawn. He's overpowered to, like, the nth degree. But look how cool this fucking looks. Tell me this doesn't look so savage, bro. Come on.
Place them on his back to take flight is gangster in my opinion. We already know there will be another encounter, and there is no telling what kind of beast mode attacks we will witness by then. So there you have it, some of Gunslinger Spawn's most intense and brutal beast mode moments. Now look, Gunslinger Spawn is not a character to be trifled with, even though he is considered—
Come on, this is the dude. I'm in love, dude. I will say that he's fucking wielding katanas. He's got the revolvers. Dude's decked out with every gun, but he's like regular Spawn, but just so much more stylistic. The design in it of itself is one of the coolest design characters of all time.
the weakest out of the Hell Spawns. What makes him different and gangster is his resourcefulness when it comes to battle. Not to mention the Gunslinger Spawn comic books is straight up gangster and well worth your time. Feel free to check out the playlist at the end of this video, you'll thank me later. Now what you guys think of the video, comment below, let me know. But link in description if you wish to purchase any of these comic books or some of our rated comics exclusives to add to your comic book collection.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Is that the Violator? Dude, I'm sure you coulda killed me if you wanted, but not in your condition, not as some low-life drunk. You're right. That was terrible.
Support the art.
A terrible Violator voice. I apologize.
Support the industry and support your comic book collection. And also, this video is sponsored by coffee, so if you'd like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, link in description or donate to the super thing.
Dude, I am all in on Gunslinger Spawn. We are definitely going to be checking this out. We are going to be checking and going through all of Gunslinger Spawn that I can possibly shove into my veins, dude. I love this. I definitely rated comments is getting us up for me. This video is getting a huge up, dude. All the up, dudes. I am in love with that. Well, this isn't the one that I haven't watched this one, so I don't know.
Brothers and my sister.
The Redeemer.
I gotta get
What's
to where
up, my
this
brothers
stops getting so retarded. I went full retard mode. We are going up, dude, on this video. This was fantastic. I am so excited to watch more of this guy's videos on the channel. I love Gunslinger Spawn. I am deep into the rabbit hole now. We are fully fledged in, and I can't wait to cover more Spawn content for you guys in the future. But that's all I got for you guys today. Like and subscribe, and I'll check you out on the next one.